I'm Anubhav Chakraborty, and this is supersed. Supersed is a natural language power file editor. It's a tool which you can communicate with a file system in natural language and ask it to do certain file manipulations. Usually, you have to either remember the commands or Google it or use ChatGPT to find what the right commands are. Because usually these commands require a specific syntax and it's hard to remember them. So what I have tried to do is like instead of remembering the syntax, I want to explain to supersed how I want, like what I want to accomplish, and it should produce the right commands and execute it to get it done. I'll quickly show a couple of examples. So this is something that came up while I was working on my other problem. So here each line contains a question or an answer. So they're denoted by Q colon and A colon, and there are spaces in the middle. So for training, I want each there to be no space in the lines and no Q or A. So just questions in the odd line and answers in the even line. So I explained this to superset. So I have already typed out the command I want to write. So superset each line in this example one starts with keyword A. Update the example file by removing the prefixes and the blank lines. And I don't want any set backups. So I run this command and let's see what happens. Yes, so the thing is done. So first it created a plan of what it needs to do and it created a list of context files. So in case it needs any files as input for context, then there can be some files here. And in this case, backup, it says backup has already existed, so it did not make a backup and it executed the appropriate command to get the thing done. So this is the modified um, file. All right, here we have example two, and in this we have an entire story in one line. So this is difficult for me to read. So I would want to have it human readable. So let's make that with supersed. So I have already typed up the command here. It's supersed. The text given in example 2 is all in one line and has syntactical errors. Use the current file as context and update the file in place after enhancing the grammar and inserted appropriate line breaks and no such backups. And let me run this command. Right. So here it still chooses to use a set, but depending on the task, it may also send the text to the API. Um, Here, basically, it created page breaks at the appropriate position to make it readable. So that's like two quick examples. You can do a lot more with this. Like if you start exploring, you will get to know. So yeah, I would like some feedback. If you would like to try, please try it out and let me know what you think.